Hello and welcome back to Conscious Conversations. I am delighted to be here today with my lovely guest, Amber Farrington. And Amber is actually in Melbourne right now, Melbourne, Australia. Hi, Amber.
Hey Maddie, thanks for having me.
Oh, it's so good to have you on here. Amber and I met probably a couple of years ago through Facebook friends and other groups, and we've got so much in common. We're both coaches. Amber is a transformational coach and a teacher and a writer. She's recently created an amazing online course. So you can get in touch with Amber, and we'll tell you how you can get in touch with Amber at the end of this conversation. But also, most recently, Amber has embarked on a really cool thing called HEALY, HEALY, a beautiful healing mode. And we'll hear more about that. Is that right? A healing mode?
Yeah,
That
that's
right? Yeah.
it. It's a device, I would call
A
it.
device. Okay, brilliant. So we're going to talk about that, explain to everyone what that is. But before we get started, I'm going to start this conscious conversation with an angel blessing, as I always do. So just take a breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. This is for the listeners, for you, Amber. And this is called Prayer for Good Health. Archangel Raphael, I'm open to receive your emerald ray of healing light, ready to be healed on all levels of my being, and willing to let go of anything that stands in the way of good health. Help me to release all patterns within my consciousness that create illness and dis-ease. Guide me to find the right healing modalities to draw on for optimum health. Direct me to the foods that will best serve my pursuit of good health and happiness. Give me the courage to realize that I am worthy of living a healthy and healed life. I am healthy. I am whole. I am healed. Thank you. And so it is. So I thought that would be really apt for what we're about to discuss, don't you
Mm.
think?
Powerful. Thank you for sharing that.
Sure. So Amber, let's get started. Tell us about Healy. What is it? How does it work? And you're also going to do a session, a very short session on me to let everyone see how it works.
Yeah, so this is the magical little Healy device. It's quite new technology. It's German technology, and basically it detects your bioenergetic field. So kind of like your aura. And it's able to, as we know, we are frequency, we are energy, we are more than just the physical human body that we see. And this is a really exciting tool because it's really looking at us as more than just flesh and bones and all that juicy stuff. So it's pretty amazing. I've got it for myself originally. I just thought it would be a great tool for my own health and my own well-being. And then I've had such great success and experiences with it that I now use it with my friends, family, now my clients. And I've also become an affiliate with Healy as well, sharing it with others. So it's been a pretty organic and exciting journey so far. And yeah, so basically, it's not that easy to describe because there is some pretty cool science behind it. But essentially, there is a quantum sensor inside this device, which is what makes it so unique. So quantum physics, as we know, thoughts are energy. If you are doing distance Reiki on someone, for example, it's just as effective as if they're physically there with you. Same as when you do readings on people, Maddie, it's no different if you're right in front of you or in a distance, because energy doesn't have barriers like that. So this is why it's an amazing tool, because I can use it with my clients on distance sessions, or I can use it with people in person. It's just the same either way. So there's two ways you can use it. One way is to use these wristbands. You plug the wristbands in. There's one
Is
for each hand.
is
I won't.
is the wristband something that you wear as the practitioner or you give to your
No, so
clients?
this is just if I'm using it for me. I'm just talking about me now, Maddie.
Oh,
So,
okay, okay.
yeah. So, because I obviously use it a lot for myself. So when I use it with myself, sometimes I'll do the vibration method. Other times I'll use the electrodes. And when you use the electrodes, you plug it in like this,
Mm-hmm.
and then you plug the other side in to the Healy itself. and you can run a program through what's called frequency-specific microcurrents. So they're kind of like microcurrents of electricity. You can actually feel a tiny, tiny, tiny little buzz. So it's like sending the frequencies through into your physical body. But it's really, really slight. It's not like an electric shock or anything.
Right.
So that's a really kind of intense way to receive the frequencies if you want to run one program, you want to work on something yourself. So that's one way you can do it. But the other way to do it is just without anything attached, and it literally just connects to that person's energy. You put in their details into the system like I've done for you already, and then does a scan, it connects with that person's energy. And obviously intention is really important. So if I'm holding it and saying, oh, I want this to be for me, well, then it's going to interfere with the reading if it's got coming up for someone else. But it doesn't matter if I'm in the space of this, it's not going to detect my quantum field if we've set it for you and the intention is for you and it's got your details, your picture, all that sort of stuff in there. So, and then you can send those harmonizing frequencies just vibrationally. So it detects where you're most out of balance, whether it's in your aura, your chakras, your physical body organs, acupuncture meridian lines, whatever it may be. It detects the area where you're most out of balance. And then you can select to receive those harmonizing frequencies, basically just to bring it into an energetic balance. Because if you're just working with something on a physical level, it's going to continue to manifest. I'm sure we've all had experiences of where you got a recurring something and then recurring something, and, you know, so obviously it's important. And I guess using the angels and the affirmations to work through the deepest level of where something's manifesting from, and not always just the physical. I think the physical is important as well. But basically everything, if you clear something at an energetic level, you're clearing it on all levels.
Right.
So yeah, this is why it's so exciting and so powerful, and why so many people are having such amazing results with this.
So let me just recap a little bit. So you've got your device, you have a client who might be in the other side of the world, like I'm in America, you're in Australia. You put in my details, as in my name, my email address, or what other details do you put in at your end?
Your date of birth,
Date of birth,
place of birth,
and
a picture. Yeah.
and a picture.
But it doesn't have to be like exact, you know, some people say, oh, I think it was this suburb. Like, it doesn't matter. It's about the intention. It's about connecting with you and your energy.
So you put that into the HEALY or
app.
your phone that's connect. Oh, the app. Okay. And then so it doesn't matter.
App is like the remote control. This is
right.
This does the work, but the app is the remote control.
Right. The app that does the work, but the app's the remote control. Okay, great. And so you can do it with anyone anywhere in the world. And when you were talking at the beginning about the wristband bit that you plug into, that's for you if you're doing it on yourself to yourself.
Exactly. And so for people
I was going to say, or if you've got a client sitting right beside you, would they wear the wristband?
Yes.
Right. Got it.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, because it's energy, it should be just the same either way.
Right.
But there is something very tangible about feeling the physical benefits of the actual electrode running through. You know, there's something very, you know, it's good for the brain to feel like, okay, yes, this is tangible. It's not just, you know, so because it's just energy, it's actually just as effective either way. I've used it on both. And my mum, I haven't used it much for her with the electrodes. I've only used vibrations with her, and she's had amazing results as well. So it doesn't have to be one or the other. I just like to feel the physical, I'm very tangible. So, and if, you know, for people that have one themselves, they tend to use about 50-50 of each, but obviously for distance clients, it's fine to use the vibration. And yeah, I've done so many scans on so many different people, and just the seeing it bring up the different things for different people, I've just got so much trust in it now, because I'm like, it's not just stabbing in the dark. You know, the number of times I'm like, oh, I haven't seen that for a while, and the person's like, oh my gosh, how did you know? That's exactly what's coming up now. So I've done enough now to see and sort of test it for myself.
So let's do it. Let's do one. Can you do one on me?
I can. So first of all, I'll turn the HEALY on.
Okay.
Yep, step one. And I'll just have to share my screen. So bear with. Cable. Okay, can you see that?
Yes, I can.
Fabulous. Okay. So luckily you're already in my system registered as a client, because I've done one on you before.
Yeah.
So there, as I said, there's two options. You can do a resonance analysis, which looks at the physical body. It looks at the mental body, emotions, things that are going on, stress, migraines, body meridians, all that sort of stuff. Or you can do an aura analysis, which looks at the different chakras and which imbalances you'll find in various chakras. So
Mhm.
we might do the chakra analysis for you, if that's all right.
Yeah, I'd love that. Thank you.
Awesome. So now all I need to do is just select you from my list. There you are. And now we're going to, first of all, record your aura.
And I just sit here doing nothing. I just sit and
You sit
intend.
here, do nothing,
Do I
and
have an
just allow
intention?
to record. You can have a specific intention or something that you are really going through at the moment. You're like, yeah, I really want to focus on this or look at that.
Okay.
You can do that. But for this purposes of this, we're just going to keep it generic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's your little picture.
Ooh, there's a lot of lilac there.
Yeah, and there's your graph. So for those of
Ooh.
you that are familiar with the different chakras, you'll see the different colors, and then there's a different graph sort of amount for each one. So
Mm-hmm.
the higher it is, like the closer to 100, the better. And then the ones that are a bit lower down, that's sort of saying there's a bit of harmonizing that needs to be done there.
Oh,
Yours
wow.
are pretty good. Even your lowest isn't very low. Your lowest is only 65. So you can see there, the crown chakra is 65%. So
Mm-hmm.
that's not too bad. It's just saying, there's something a bit as like a minor disturbance or something there.
Something
Forehead,
blocked from letting in
that's exactly it.
universal wisdom. I need more wisdom,
Yeah.
angels.
Yes, exactly. And connection and all that. I mean, I'm sure you've got that anyway,
Mm.
and that's the thing. This is a snapshot right now. If we did one in 2 hours time, it could be very different.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I've done them at different times, so it can be quite different because it's a real snapshot. We're so fluid. Energy is so fluid. Vibration,
Mm-hmm.
frequency, things can change. Sometimes you can start a reading and you can be quite tired, and then I'm sure by the end you're just so inspired, so connected, so in flow. So
Yes.
things can shift so quickly. So this is just a snapshot, but it's just an interesting snapshot. So you'll see there's 3 blue ticks. I'll just take a
Yes.
screenshot of this so I can send it to you later, Maddie. So there's
Yes.
3 blue ticks. They're for your lowest 3. So basically the 3 that are the furthest away from 100. But even
Okay.
still, you're pretty good. This is not a bad reading. So just your heart 75, solar plexus 80, and the crown chakra 65. But the others are all pretty good. So what it does now, it can do an analysis. And so it prints out basically a little report on potential reasons why those imbalances could be there. So even though the HEALY itself is very new technology, the parent company is called Time Waver. They've been using frequency healing devices in clinics for 15 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
And so what they've done is basically mapped out of this frequency in people. Once they've started to see certain frequencies in people, they've mapped out what that can mean or what could be the cause of that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's never going to be 1,000% literal accuracy when you read the report, because it's not, no one's looking at your exact circumstance. It's just sort of a generalization. If this is happening, perhaps there was an issue with mother when you're growing up, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
So, or you might currently be going through a situation where you're feeling a bit repressed, or like someone's, controlling you a little bit, whatever the situation might be.
Mm-hmm.
It sort of prints out a report and can detect certain things, and it's very detailed. So, so what we'll do is we'll just grab that report for you, Maddie, and then I can send that to you, and you can read the detail later. But we'll just see what the first bit is that comes up.
Yeah, I'd love to. Very curious.
And then after we've done the report, I can send
Ooh,
you some harmonizing frequencies.
what's that said my aura is strong and stable?
That's the intention, to now build a strong and stable aura.
Right. Oh, the person
Okay.
does not feel joyful. Wow.
but again, this can also be polarities. So I would say you have a very joyful frequency within your energy, because that's how you present. But in order to be at that full capacity of that frequency, there might be something that's an imbalance that's holding you back from expressing that fullness of joyfulness. Because I would say of all the people I know, you would embody that frequency more than anyone. So it's quite interesting that that's come up. So
oh, wow.
joyful
heart.
Yeah. So when you look at this is saying, this is the desired state that we want to get to. Like, this is the present state. This is not fully harmonized. And then this is the desired state that we want to get to. And so as you can see, it then goes all the way down and looks at all the different aspects and all the different colors of all of those imbalances. So
So if I was, for example, if I'm feeling really, really tired today, like I got very little sleep last night, do you think that's
Mhm.
something that they would pick up on, like that
Yeah,
exhaustion?
definitely. Yeah, definitely, but probably not so much in this analysis that we've done. If I had have done a resonance analysis, there's a whole bunch of like stress, exhaustion,
Mm,
sleep, all those kind of frequency programs, which would have probably, I would guess, come up. But in the chakras, this is more energetic traces and can be stuff from like a long time ago in this lifetime, or even sometimes previous lifetimes. There can be traces picked up. So the chakras is more of a different scan, whereas the physical body one would have been, we probably could have done a physical body one just to see if it picked up the tiredness and stress.
tiredness. So,
Yeah, yeah,
so this says your present state description, the person does not feel joyful. And then the desired state, complete and gentle healing of issues of self-love. So I need to love
yep,
myself more.
yep,
Unconditional love and joyful heart by enhancing the color green in the heart chakra.
yeah.
Self-love, unconditional love, and joyful heart, green. The theme,
So what,
desired state description, the themes of the heart chakra are perceived harmoniously.
so
So
what it
what?
does is it says, this
Mhm,
is where you're at. This is what
mhm.
our desired state is. And by sending you these harmonizing frequencies, it's going to bring you that chakra into the desired state.
And that means like more green, like you're putting more green in my heart
Yep,
chakra.
yep, exactly. And sending you those frequencies that are sort of targeted at that color and that area.
How interesting that the color green, like we just did the angel blessing for health and talking about
Ah,
Archangel Raphael, who gives the green, the emerald green light for good health. So
mm,
yeah, I wonder if that is also anything to do with my MS. But
it, mm.
that might be a resonance one, right? Or not?
Well, I think we did a resonance for you last time, now that I think about it. And
Mhm,
I'm pretty sure I think some like inflammatory type ones came up, like organs and stuff around. Yeah, that rings a bell.
mhm.
Yeah, because I didn't know you had MS. And I said, oh, there's a few about inflammation coming up. He said, oh, well, I do have MS. Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
what happens next?
So now I'm going to send you this PDF and you can read that later and let me or whoever know how
Yes.
relevant some of that was.
Hmm.
And I also like to send this to clients because it's very long and detailed, and it's sort of a bit of a time wasted to go through each individual. Sometimes I'll pick out the first few things and just see if they resonate. But it's really more important. What we're going to do now is vibrate. So when I've clicked vibrate now, that's going to be sending the harmonizing frequencies for all of these aspects of your chakras that it's just detected in this report.
Hmm.
And it's going to bring them into a more harmonious state. So it's going to bring them into the desired state and
Mm.
putting those sort of colors back into alignment. So I'm going to do,
And what's this? Complete and gentle healing the issues of power, control, freedom, and personality by
yeah.
enhancing the color yellow in the solar plexus.
So you'll see now it'll run through because this has got all of them. So
Hmm.
while it's vibrating, it will sort of flip between from one to one. So I'm going to start that vibration now.
Okay.
I've just 2 minutes 49. You can select however long you like, but usually
Hmm.
when you're starting off, like short, sharp bits is better. So 2 minutes 49 is like the ideal time. Um, so now you can see this is flashing blue and yellow,
Hmm.
and the phone is through the app. You can see those waves. That's like a
Hmm.
sort of a visual representation of those frequencies. And then that's the countdown for the 2 minutes 49 for those frequencies being sent to you.
I can feel buzzing in my body right now.
Often people feel, well, usually people that are quite tuned in will feel something in their body, whether it's like a buzzing or a bit of a something sort of sweeping through them, or sometimes it can be calming, sometimes it can bring a few things up, because in order to hold this new vibration, the old stuff has to be dropped away.
Hmm.
So I think that was the biggest thing when I first got my Healy. I was expecting basically to have a few goes and just ascend. And then a few things came up. I think I might have said to you, and a few old thoughts, old habits, old memories came up. And I was like, what's going on? This is supposed to be making me, raise. But in actual fact, it just took those first few days to kind of, it's like a cleansing out.
Hmm.
And to hold this new higher vibration, you need to let go of what's no longer serving you, let go of those low vibrational thoughts, feelings, memories, whatever it is. So yes, sometimes I
It's
always warn people. No one warned me, so now I always warn people. I'm like,
mm,
you might feel amazing, but it might take a day first. It might sort of cleanse a couple of things out before you feel heaps better, but you just never know. It's different experience for different people.
It's so interesting. I saw the one that said about healing issues of control and freedom. And it's funny, I'm doing in the middle of doing like a 21-day manifestation program for the new year. And I just wrote out yesterday, I let go of control and I buried it in the earth. That's something that I really want to let go more of. So it's funny that that came up. Interesting that that showed up just now in one of
Yeah,
the aura healings.
amazing.
Yeah, there we go. Complete and gentle healing the issues of power, control, freedom, and personality by enhancing the color yellow in the solar plexus.
Wow. Yeah.
The themes of the solar plexus chakra are perceived as harmonious. It's very interesting that I'm feeling incredibly calm right now as this is happening. Like there's something, it just feels like I feel like I'm plugged into something, and it's just like, maybe it's also looking at these waves, but it's like energetically, I feel this like current in my body.
Well, I know how you feel. I think that was the thing that surprised me most about it when I first got it. And it was around the time where I was creating my online course, and I would find that I would be running the frequencies or the vibrations, and I'd just be doing it while I was working, and I'm just feeling so aligned, and all these thoughts and feelings were coming in, and I just knew exactly what to put in next, and everything just sort of flowed so well. And I was like, is this the HEALY?
Wow.
Tapping into something here. But no, calming is definitely one of the effects, and it's actually it's got approval in Europe as a class 2 medical device for pain, anxiety, and depression. So it's not just a placebo effect. It's actually being used in certain situations, where they've really tested the results. So I wouldn't be surprised if you're feeling a sense of calmness or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So then after you've done this bit,
Mm-hmm.
what happens next?
So it depends. So right now, because you're supposed to just do one frequency vibration no more than sort of every 3 hours. So I wouldn't now do another one for you because you've just had one. So your body needs a bit of time to integrate the frequencies. So if you were my client and I was using this in a session, I would now just do this at the start of the session, use it as maybe a prompt for things that are coming up, unless they've already got things coming up, which usually they do anyway. And then we'll just carry on with the normal coaching session, and we'll start talking about what they've been working through. Sometimes this is just a bit of an accelerant as well. It's like an extra dose. It's almost like having Reiki while you're talking about what's coming up. And, it's kind of like an extra
Healing.
layer. Yeah, and it's completely complementary to everything. I mean, it takes we could have done the scan in 5 minutes, and then it just starts to run the frequencies in the background. And then I'll stop sharing my screen like I'll do now. And then we just carry on with the session. So it was so easy for me just to integrate into working with clients and everything like that. So yeah,
I feel so relaxed. I feel like I could just go and take a nap right now.
You look pretty zen, actually.
Oh my gosh. And so if someone's watching this, it's very specific to the person, like to me, that you just did the scan on. It's not like someone watching this would receive the frequencies as well while they're watching it. It's nothing like that.
Correct. You can do, I mean, because it's so new, I've heard people talk about working with groups and retreats and doing like a session for a whole group. But we've also said, imagine if everyone had their own healing, we're all kind of, be like doing an intense breath work type session and meditation, how the energy in a group is so powerful. So yeah, it's not a generalized thing. This is targeted to you. This is going into your bioenergetic field.
Right.
So if people want to experience it themselves, they'd have to have their own kind of reading and give the details and all that sort of stuff.
Right. Wow. And so when it talked about, and I don't know if you do it this way, but when it talks about the colors, like it said, more green for your heart area or yellow for your solar plexus, would you then recommend like either getting a crystal of that color or wearing clothes of that color or visualizing that color, or you don't do anything with the color?
You could do. I would say color healing is not really my area of expertise. I sometimes naturally find myself wearing different colors, and sometimes I wonder if I'm just drawn to it without realizing it. But that's not something I include in my practice. I guess my area of expertise is more, experiential healing. So I'm helping people get to the base of, the real root of whatever's showing up, and, tracing back their internal dialogue and trauma and all that sort of stuff, as well as just helping them create more inspiration and love in their just current day lives. So color is not really something of my expertise, but I could imagine it would be extremely powerful. And I know a few people, you can actually infuse the energy of crystals and essences and even flower essences into the Healy, and then create like customized programs for people. I've not really figured out how to do that yet, because that's like a step, and even kind of like homeopathic style. So there's so much you can do with it, but I would say I just use it as an extra tool while I'm doing an existing client session anyway.
And for you personally, Amber, what results have you felt, or what can you give an example of how the Healy has really helped you and what results you've received from it?
Yeah, I mean, it's been phenomenal. I don't even know where to start when talking about how it's been for me. I guess the first thing I noticed was towards, I keep saying this year, but actually we're in a new year now, 2020. I started at the start of 2020, I started to get some really bad knee pain. And it got diagnosed as arthritis, degenerative arthritis, in about, I would say, May. And then I received my Healy in September. And within a week of having the Healy, my knee pain had completely gone and has not come back ever since, except maybe the odd niggle. Maybe once a week I'll just feel it, but that's it. So that was the first thing where I was like, okay, so all this pain and inflammation that's been there for months is just suddenly basically dissipated. The other thing was I started sleeping better, because there's a lot of sleep programs you can run. And then, like I said, I felt a lot of being in alignment, just so when I'm doing my spiritual type work, I'm feeling it's like I can actually feel my vibration raising, and I was feeling it raise consistently throughout the year. And then the other biggest thing, which has really blown me away, is how much it's helped me with my like hormones and cycle. And I just feel really, really imbalanced, and I'm like 28-day cycles. I just feel really healthy and balanced, and that's something that's been completely missing from my life for the past 5 years. So and I've been doing a few other things. I have focused on my health in a few other areas in 2020, so I can't say my cycle is 1,000% Healy, but I've never had bang on 28-day cycles ever, and I do now. So I'm like, I can't obviously say 100% for sure, but I'm like, there's got to be some sort of correlation based on the programs I've been running and what's been coming up in my scans for me to run as well.
Yes, and as you're saying, it's intention. Like if you're using
Yeah.
this device and it's picking up in your electromagnetic field, and you have this intention, I want to be healthy, I want my body to come back to center and back to balance, then how can it not pick up on that, So I totally get that.
And some people were saying, oh, but maybe it's placebo, but a lot of people have used it on their pets, and the pets don't know you're doing anything to them. And they're suddenly like, and I've used it on my dog quite a lot. She's quite old. And we've protected certain things. And when she's just been really, really tired and like, oh, she's exhausted. And we're like, oh, of course she's exhausted. No wonder, she had a big weekend. She walked too far, or, so there's a few things that we're just like, oh yeah. And she's had a lot of anxiety, and that's always come up on the thing. So I just send her frequencies, and she usually peps back up. So, and like I said, they don't know you're doing anything. So if it's placebo, how could they know?
So let me ask you this. If I was going to do it for Jasmine, then I would put in Jasmine's name and what her date of birth.
Yeah, I'll show you. So when you do
Jasmine's right here.
Do it for a pet, instead of selecting person, you would put in, so here you go, clients, add new client. Instead of a person, you just select animal.
Oh, wow. How long does it take? Like, have we got time to do it in like 3 minutes and just now for Jasmine?
Yeah, sure. Send me a photo of Jasmine.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I'll just see if I can send you a photo just now. I'm very curious.
Is it Jasmine?
Yes.
And her last name?
Well, just put mine, Wober. Wober. Right, I'm going to send you a picture of her right now. Oh, that's
do you know her date of birth?
Yes, it's the 7th of January, 2018.
Okay.
Oh, I'm just trying to send you a picture. It's just coming now. Hold on. This is amazing.
Oh, can't get the next. Okay, did you say 7th of January?
7th of January, 2018. And I've just sent you a picture of her just now.
Beautiful. Okay.
How funny to see Jasmine Wober. That's hilarious.
I know. My dog's called Portia, so when I see Portia Farrington, that sounds so posh.
Portia Farrington, that is brilliant. I love it. Oh, that's too funny. Oh, wow, Jasmine Wober.
Send it. Messenger?
Yes, Messenger. Oh, so interesting. So you need a...
Hasn't come up yet.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Let me have a look and see if it's showing up on my side. Yes, it's showing on my side that I sent it to you.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to let the dog out, so give me 2 seconds.
Sure, hopefully it'll come through.
Can she join you for a minute, babe? Okay.
Okay, I'm just going to click on here. I'll try and take one off my screen because it's not coming through for whatever reason. It could be because I'm hotspotting, running this, running that. It could just be getting
Yeah,
a bit
that's true.
confused. So you can edit this bit out. I'm just going to go to
Yes.
your Facebook. Do you have a photo of her on your Facebook?
Yes.
I thought you would.
I definitely do.
Okay, where is the little pretty thing? Friends.
Can you find one?
I'm just going through your photos now.
Okay, let's see.
Where's photos? Here we go. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, my word. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to go take photo.
Oh, there she is.
She's so cute.
Oh, that's all it needs, just a wee photo of her.
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh, that is
Cool.
adorable.
Okay. And place of birth?
I would say California, or do you need more specific?
Yeah, that's fine. Beautiful. Okay. Let's get her. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do a resonance analysis for her.
Yes,
And
do
that's
that.
if there's anything physical going on.
Oh, that's so
And
exciting.
so these are all the categories of programs. So there's even like homeopathics and bush flowers and all that sort of stuff. But we're just going to go all HEALY programs. We're going to check all categories and just see what's coming up for her.
Oh my gosh, this is too cute.
Oh, she's so cute.
So when it gives you all the different programs, would that just
Mm.
be like if it said aromatherapy, for example, through the app, then
Yeah.
what would that mean?
So, but you then scan, so that gives you all the categories, then you scan deeper within those categories and you figure out what programs to run within that different category. So the first, this is just like a overall. So there you go, sleep programs, mental balance, bioenergetic support, pain or psyche, and beauty programs. That can be like
right.
hair, that sort of stuff.
Can we do the healing, the pain and psyche one? Psyche as in the mental state.
Yeah. So pain picks up pain as well as if they're a bit anxious or something. So what we'll do is now we'll do, so this is the categories. Now we pick a category, which we're going to do now, and then we'll scan within that category and it will come up more specific. Okay. So it's kind of like we drill down. Jasmine Woba. Oh, that's so cute. Okay. So now we'll just select pain and psyche. And we'll just scan within that. And then we can send her some frequencies for that.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh. Will I do a wee intention for Jasmine?
Yeah. What would you like it to be?
I would like her to feel more at peace and have her back left leg healed.
Okay, amazing. So there you go. Number one program that's come up for her is anxiety.
Oh,
Number
that's
two,
very true. Very true.
Pain,
I
migraine, tooth, jaw, and joints.
Oh, I would say joints, definitely. Anxiety, definitely. So interesting.
Very, very interesting. So what I'm going to do now, Maddie, I'm just going to click vibrate.
Okay.
I'm just going to give her 2 minutes 49.
Oh.
And I'm going into the bioenergetic field now.
Oh.
I know. I think I love using it on my dog more than anything else because my dog's so old. She's got so much going on. And it kept coming up as like head for for my dog, and then we realized she had an earache. And we looked in the ear and it was all red. Oh, no wonder she's been so weird.
I think I might actually have to go and get her in a minute and just hold her and see if she feels anything.
Yeah, that'd be so interesting.
Yeah.
Because it's such a nice way to know, because they can't tell you what's going on. And my dog's blind and deaf now, basically. So we just don't always know what's going on. So when I run this, I'm like, I get a bit of comfort that I can sort of help her.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, well, while that's going, I'm going to go and get Jasmine.
Yeah, go get her. It's got a minute 50 left.
Okay. Right, let's see. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Are you feeling good? Are you wanting this little stick?
Oh, she looks pretty happy.
Yes. We're doing a wee bit of healing on you just now. Okay.
She had a sore back leg, did you say?
Yes.
Oh.
Let's see. Yes, she's got these tiny wee spindly legs, and she has a luxating patella, so her knee kind of pops out sometimes.
Oh, poor little loves.
I think it's quite common on that breed, just like the Chihuahua mix, so
yeah.
I wonder if a dog has a migraine, would they kind of go like this with their paw, or do you know how your dog...
It may not necessarily be specific migraine, but there's no like headache program. So sometimes when people have pain behind the eyes, or any sort of headache or any head disturbance, the migraine program can come up. It doesn't necessarily mean they've got a specific migraine.
Yes.
It's sort of just detecting something not quite right in that area. Yeah.
She's very calm right now. She's just lying there, just playing with her little stick.
That's good.
Oh.
The mental balance programs came up as well. So she may have a bit of like anxiety and, feeling a bit sort of stressed or something going on.
Oh, she's always got that. She's a very nervous dog. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay,
she's
cool.
highly anxious.
Yeah. Well, if she ever gets into a state, just send me a message, because I've got her saved in here now.
Oh.
Frequency. It takes like 30 seconds. Sometimes I get friends being like, I've got a headache, help me.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. So
yeah, it's super easy. It's quick. Once you've got someone saved in the system, you just like run a scan and then just send the frequency for 30 seconds, 2 minutes, whatever.
That's amazing. So Amber, how can people get in touch with you about this? And do you want to tell them about the HEALY affiliation scheme as well, or do you want what would you like people to know?
If anyone is interested in finding more, just get them to send me a message. You can find me through Facebook or my website, amberfarrington.com. Nice and easy.
Can you come back to the main screen, or is it still working?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I forgot it's finished now. So Jasmine is now finished. Jasmine is healed.
It looks very, very relaxed. Yeah. This is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can find me through my website, or just find me on Facebook. Obviously, I'm a friend of yours. I'll be in the group. I'll be tagged in this, I'm sure. I just love sharing HEALY and chatting about it. At the moment, I haven't been doing specific HEALY sessions for people, but I think I'm actually going to start doing it because I've had a few requests.
So what's your website? What's your website?
Farrington.com.
amberfarrington.com.
Yeah.
AMBERFARRINGTON.
That's the one.
Perfect.
.com. Yeah. So if anyone wants to find out more, or just find out about anything else I'm up to, I love meeting new people, especially people like you, Maddie. I'm sure anyone in your vibe is going to be my vibe as well. So don't be shy, connect, and I'm happy to share anything I'm doing at the moment.
Thank you so much for this, Amber. It's been really different, really, really interesting. I definitely felt this like beautiful energy coming through my body. And I know that the last time you did a resonance month with me, it was really powerful as well. So I'm going to go and check out a little bit about the green around my heart and check into anything where I can even increase my level of joy even more. So that's really exciting. It could actually be because I've been really missing my family. I haven't been able to get to Vancouver, and I've not been able to see my dad, who is going for an operation, not serious, anything very serious, but just the fact that normally I'd be able to go and be with them or just visit them. So I wonder if that's got something to do with it, but it's really just really good to know. Amazing. And I can't wait to read the rest of the report.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for having me. And it's just so amazing to talk to you. Every time I talk to you, 10 minutes feels like one, and an hour feels like 5 minutes. It just, time goes so quick. So thanks so much.
Does. Oh,
Yeah.
you're amazing. I'm so glad to have you in my life. And thank you for sharing everything with us today.
Ditto. Much
See you
love.
again. Bye.
Good day. Bye.
You too. Bye.
Thanks so much, Maddie.
Thank you.